Looking from the future, the Vitruvian Man drawing, children will be drawing that drawing as soon as they can possibly draw. You're going to show how to construct. You'll be able to get sketchbooks filled with the basic template for the kids to draw on, and then the first thing you learn in geometry and when you can actually wield a pencil correctly is to draw the Vitruvian Man, to draw it, build it, understand the construction of it. It's not just circles and lines. Each circle and line is relative to another point on this diagram. It's self-supporting life, self-supporting mechanism, life reflecting the planet, nature alive, inside the universe also alive. Everything is alive. Look at the Vitruvian Man drawing I did yesterday. So this is the third, fourth, fifth time I think the third time I've drawn the Vitruvian Man properly. And each time it delivers me something new, a new way of looking at the arrangement of tension and bending and membrane forces and what that does to the water, which is real. So when you look at the diagram, what I was trying to do was that black is bending, pi real, red is tension, pi natural, blue is water existing mass, dotted blue line, membrane potential. And this is the heartbeat. Action potential of the heartbeat. This is where this comes from. Membrane potential, action potential. And if you look at the heartbeat outputs from the ECG, because it encompasses all the plastic responses as well, you get straight line, dimple, straight line, spike, big up, little down, straight line, dimple, across. So all the actions are taking place on the one side of the line, with only a small part of action on the negative side of the line. That's why life exists, because there's an imbalance of positive because of the choice that is made by the entities that experience life. Choice must be positive. If you choose negative, it declines. If you choose positive, it increases. We are too small. So what I realised was that the circle that gets supported by the core, where the little C and D sign is, that's the core, that's where the stomach would be, that's what the rotation, that's what churns the food up, that's what keeps the stomach churning, that's why it's there. Supported by that point is this circle, and that's where the heart should be. The heart could occupy that circle. It's the negative energy zone, if you like, that's been created. A void is the negative space is created from the positive above it. So the heart should be where the head is, just as pure force. It should be right at the top because it's the most powerful mechanism, but it has mass. It's constructed from membrane potential made real into water, so it has mass. So it flops down and it twists about the fixed point. Here's the beam. At the center of the beam, the fixed point there. Right, that's the base of the heart. So the heart just flops down, twisting, putting a twist as it falls into that, holding it really tight. And so now you've got an elastic pulsing membrane catching that twist and making it last longer. The time, moment, duration lasts longer because the twist is there. It lasts as long as the twist is held. What happens is as the heart pulses, it must let go of that twist and it must relax back to its natural, but then when the pulse of the heart comes in, it grabs it again. And so this is the rigid body equals e to the I pi equals -1. There it is. There's the pulse, e to the I pi, elastic pulse, and then -1 rotation from the heart gripping it. And look where it is now. So it should be the head. It's not. It's there. So our head replaces that. The heart should be in that space right there. The apex of the heart, which is currently over here, should be there, right, sitting right on top of the solar plexus. The chakra of the solar plexus is a real membrane that's created from water and a rigid body. So it has an amazing. The solar plexus has the controlled bending through grabbing tension and controlling bending. And so the solar plexus, when we breathe, would pump the heart. So the heart has an easy life. So what we've done is, instead of using the universal rotation to power the heart, we use our own input to power the heart. And that the universal rotation that powers the CSF pump powers our brain. The CSF, the cerebral spinal fluid, is then pumped really efficiently by the solar plexus, working with in harmony with the universe. The breathing and the heartbeat work together, creating intelligence. The cerebral spinal fluid pulses properly. And that the paper that I read that reported on stagnant areas of cerebral spinal fluid in the brain is what's wrong with us. That's what the vaccine was all about. Thickening the blood, slowing the cerebral spinal fluid pulse down to nothing until we die. Or we become so stupid, so brute, that we don't even notice that we're dying. You see how stupidity and heart are connected to each other. CSF pulsatility is the key. So we're too small. And look at the buildings. The Tartarian builds are massive doors. That's how high we should be. We should be bigger. We should be taller. There should be more space in our bodies to allow our organs to sit comfortably and tidily. And then we won't get sick. We won't get ill. We'll never get ill again. And we'll last for thousands of years. Minimum. With this easy method. So by individual males choosing when they have sex, you destroy us all. And you know this. You know the power that you're wielding, and yet you wield it on us anyway. And so this is a test for us, because forgiveness is the only way out of this. So we have to forgive you, you absolute bastards. Lying, cheating, abusing, murdering bastards. We have to forgive you because you're coming with us. You're going to recognize, oh yes, I made a mistake, and then you have to atone for those sins. So you're coming with us. We've got some work for you to do. And it's going to be beautiful. So some people are going to have a life in eternity of absolute, abject slavery for eternity, because they chose that here. This is a short period. The idea here is to win glory in the future. Nothing that now matters. It's for what in the future that matters. If you think this matters, then you're in trouble. But when we arrive in our new home, we will treat our slaves with kindness, and we will always look for education, educate everybody. A slave can always lift themselves to be a free man. Always. The education is there for you. Physicists, I'm talking to you. All of us will be smart, because it's our CSF pulsatility. You get it? It's collective behavior that reflects our individual intelligence. As you raise the bar of the species, there are those above who will rise in intelligence higher and higher. And that's always the way you want it. You always want people to be happy, and for those people who are able to achieve intellectual heights, to achieve them. The job of everyone else is to support those people, because they bring back gold, and lay gold at our feet, and lay a new pathway for humanity, where our heart's in the right place, in the land of the giants. Now, why would anyone choose to believe this corpse of a world on which you live, when you could believe that story? And I lay Leonardo da Vinci and Vitruvian Man on the table for you to have a think about. Life is the evolution of bending of light. Rigid body mechanics. Bernard Wilhelm Victor Levy, 1915. See you in the future. Follow the Rebel King.